I think Australia is experiencing a bushfire calamity. Doesn't know it yet, but it is. I mean, it does, but it doesn't. It does know it, but it doesn't. I just saw fires are now burning in the Adelaide Hills and other places in South Australia. That weather is coming across to the east tomorrow. There are over 100 fires burning in New South Wales. Tomorrow is going to be very hot and windy and dry. There's the chance of dry lightning storms, as if we need more fires. Calamity, that's a word you use when it's worse than a disaster. Catastrophe. Horror. Like I said, Australia kind of knows, just doesn't quite know it yet. Isn't quite aware. The fuel is just as dry as it was on the eve of the Canberra firestorm. It's just as dry as it was before Black Saturday, 2009. There are over 100 fires burning in New South Wales. There is a mega fire right next to Sydney. There is another huge fire further to the south and other fires. The weather tomorrow won't be catastrophic, and you know what? It doesn't need to be. Extreme or severe is more than enough now because the fuel conditions are so dry. I don't think anyone alive knows what's going to happen tomorrow in New South Wales, let alone Victoria, South Australia. Queensland's still got fires burning. I don't think anyone can imagine what's going to happen tomorrow in New South Wales. Forget the rest. I'm just thinking New South Wales because you can't think of everything at once. What's happening is beyond comprehension. It's an apocalypse. It is. And I just have to wonder, I know it's not good to blame anyone, but I do turn on my TV and I keep hearing people blaming humans for lighting these fires. And these are, right-wing conservatives. They are just as inclined to blame someone as anyone else. It's a human tendency to blame someone, and preferably someone that's an opponent, like human nature. Fact is, most of the fires have been started by lightning, by dry storms. More dry storms are forecast tomorrow across a wide area. It's frightening. It is scary. It is really scary. And there's been a lot of mockery of people who care about climate change, who want to do something about it. Listen, you can argue that it's a crap world anyway, who cares? Like if we act on climate change, then more than likely a meteorite will come and hit us anyway. You can have that bleak view. I mean, that could be why, I don't know, what motivates people to not care. I don't know. It could be different things, different reasons, but I know one thing. It's not lack of understanding. It's not lack of being able to see what's happening. That's not what's behind climate change denial in 2019. It's a deliberate, arrogant choice, or it's a sign of psychopathy, or it's a sign of, I just don't care about this world anymore, this world is screwed, and I don't like it, and I want to see it disappear. It could be that too. I don't like this world, so I don't want to try to save it. I can kind of understand people having that mindset. Especially after, people go to visit a volcanic island and it blows them away. Like, almost as if it was waiting for them to come. So it could blow them away. Not kill them, just kill some of them. And others just maim them so bad, they'll wish they were dead. They'll really wish they were dead. Well, bushfires are kind of the same. If you're caught up in a bad bushfire, if you get burnt, you're better off dead. You don't want to be a survivor. It's just too horrible. And that's why I say it's horror. What's happening is horror. I don't know what's behind climate change denial, and I think it would be wrong to assume it's any one thing. I reckon deep down it's what I just said. It's people who really have a deep hatred of the planet, a deep hatred and resentment of Earth. That's what I think's behind it. Because it's not that they can't see that things are changing. It's so obvious. It's like being slapped in the face. You can't miss it. So that's not it. It's not lack of understanding. It's not like, I'm not convinced by the evidence. I don't quite trust the scientists. It's none of that. It's a deep thing. It's a deep resentment, I think. A resentment of Earth. A resentment of this place. A desire to see it destroyed. I think that's what's behind climate change denial. That's why the people who are deniers can't be moved. Deep down, they hate Earth. They hate this planet. They don't want to save it. But what about the Earth? What about the Earth's viewpoint of humans? Maybe White Island was waiting. Maybe it was waiting for some humans to come. Maybe it was. A tree gets attacked, right, by insects. They eat its leaves, they chew it down, they chew it bare. Initially, the tree doesn't react. It's just like, it's a tree. What can it do? Over time, though, it will do something. Plants will develop defense mechanisms against predators. Right now, humans are a plague of predators on the Earth, from the Earth's viewpoint. From the viewpoint of humans, well, the Earth's never been nice to us anyway. So a lot of people are like, well, screw the Earth. And the Earth is like, well, screw humans. I think that's what's going on.